Oh, hey, fancy seeing you here. Here we are. Hi. I feel like deja vu, Adam. Deja vu. Thank you. I didn't say thank you to my beautiful mods in the last stream, so I'll say it now. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Amy. That was everybody we had in tonight. I think. Good to see you here. Who's here? Ashley. Hey, Ashley. Yes, Ernie. I did go wee. I did, and had 2 slices of cheese, and changed the lights behind me so they're slightly different because I'm a professional, y'all. AJ, yes. What odds should a y'all watching? What are you doing while watching this stream? Well, I think Amber said that she's going to be making a desk, putting together a desk. Hate corruption. Good to see you again. Adam, babe. Oh, shit. What else we got? Who else we got? Taryn, hey, yes. So there's a couple of there's an actually autistic emoji for members in the chat. Working on your gang signs. Yep. Raven, hi. Good to see you again. Taryn, yes. Hi, Lynn. Linda, hi. So let's talk, huh? In keeping with my Let's Talk series, where I would like to start some conversations based on my own lived experience, stuff that maybe not necessarily everyone talks about. I guess autistic isn't so much that. Something like grief or addiction or trauma or homelessness are more taboo subjects. Yes, Amber, she's doing fighting furniture inspection. I'm fighting verbalizing. Furniture instructions. What do these pictures mean? Are there no words in that, Amber? I need to have some words usually. I like words. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Have you hit the like button yet? Hello, Michelle. Hello. Good to see you. Yes. So I spent a lifetime. I'm 49, 50 on the 4th of July, y'all. I spent a lifetime feeling like I didn't quite fit. Hi, Poppy. Poppy's here to say hi. Standard Poppy behavior. I love you. Don't lick me. Please don't. A lifetime wondering what the heck, why this. I got to the point where I was like, there's something wrong with my brain. And I had lots of relationships, not necessarily like romantic relationships, but just relationships with people, friendships, dynamics that just kind of went by the wayside. Always feeling like I was a little bit on the outside, a bit odd. Happily me now, but a lifetime of wondering what the fuck. And it did get to the point where I actually thought there's something wrong with my brain. And someone had said to me, and you might have noticed it, like some fuckhead guy. He was a total fuckwit, but he said to me, have you ever been, one of the first things he said to me when we met in person was, have you ever been diagnosed or tested as being autistic? And I took it as a huge offensive comment. Oh, Frank, boom, comes in with the hard $10 super sticker. Thanks, Frank. Good to see you. If you haven't already, check out my 5-part series with Frank and Jim Zell about, well, the starting point is the murder of John Benet Ramsey, but the Zell brothers have done a 28-year investigation into the Boulder syndrome, and all the dark shit around that awful murder of that beautiful little girl back in 1996. Anyway, so he said to me, have you ever been diagnosed or anyone ever suggested that you might be autistic? I'm like, rude. No, I'm not autistic. Because I didn't know much about it. And he said, eye contact and not being able to make eye contact is one of the big key indicators. I was like, well, I fucking know that I'm terrible with eye contact. And I do. When I'm talking, I look all around. When the other person's talking, I look them intently in the eye. The problem for me, and I always knew this, is that when I'm talking, my brain is doing so much. My brain's always doing so much. But so I was it's too much to think about. I look around. The behavior panel would have a hard time with trying to analyze me, because they would take my eye stuff as I look up. I don't necessarily look up to the left or the right for certain things. It's just everywhere, right? It is amazing, actually, isn't it, Wendy? So I was offended, but it sowed the seed, because I'm like, well, fuck, good point. And that was about a year prior to when, and I don't remember. Hey, Gen X. Hey, Cara. How you going, gorgeous? I don't remember actually when I thought, no, I remember when. I don't remember why, what triggered me to go, I'm going to do some research on this autistic thing. I know I was homeless. I'd been homeless for about 3 months at that point, proper homeless, living in my car, disaster. But I was house sitting, and I got on my phone, house sitting over Christmas, and I started doing some research. And one of the first things that I found was a self-assessment, female self-assessment checklist. And I went through this checklist, and I have it ready to go to pull up for us to sort of talk through. And it is more based on a woman, because how autism and neurodivergence manifests in women is slightly different, or can be quite different to how men sort of present as being autistic. We all know the Sheldon from Big Bang Theory stereotype, and sure, there's plenty of those men and women kind of autistic folks. Oh, thanks, babe. You should see me this morning when Adam sprung a bloody FaceTime on me when I was like, no eyebrows, in my pajamas, bedraggled hair. I'm like, hey, babe, thanks for the surprise call. Yeah, I don't care, whatever. How I look is how I look. So there are, in the description box of this live, there are actually 2 links, resources, and I may well drop some more in, but one of them is the female autism test self-assessment checklist that we're going to go through. But there's also a gender, non-gender specific one for just adults, because when you're in school, I presume we're all kind of the same age. There we go, Wendy. I'm 51 and was diagnosed with ADHD 2 years ago. I'm starting to realize I'm likely you. Yeah, I am of the opinion, and I am not a medical health or mental health professional, but I feel like actually the comorbidity, the crossover between autism and ADHD are actually that they're the same thing, because it's such a spectrum. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Yes, autistic. Yes, I knew what you meant, Wendy. So, Adam, I was not. But you're very kind. Could be the fake tan, spray face fake tan that I looked at. I got no eyebrows. I'm going to tint them. This is all painted on the moment. Bloody blonde hair. So like I was saying, in the resources, in the description box, 2 links, one for this female test and one for the just adults. I think a lot of people these days are starting to come to realize, the more we speak about neurodivergence, which is basically the umbrella term for anyone with a different brain. So when I was saying I was starting to think there was something wrong with my brain, there's nothing wrong with my brain. I'm a fucking delight. Like my brain's just different. Our brains are just different. And so like physiologically, like quantifiably different. Qualitative words, some official words that mean that it's official. So when you were in school, yeah, like we're all about the same age, right? I guess. So I guess maybe some, like Ernie, you're 37, yeah? And then I know, well, thanks, Lynn. Like I'm 49. I know Wendy just said she's 51. I've had people email me saying they're sort of 60, 70, just women finally coming to understand that they are autistic, being diagnosed or self-identifying. So it's pretty, yes, AJ. Yeah. Yes. Autistic burnout and autistic, depression and anxiety as being a neurodivergent woman, particularly, or man, undiagnosed in a neurotypical society is fucking real. It's pushing shit uphill, right? Trying to exist in a world that's designed generally for a certain brain type, neurotypicals, and obviously there's all different people, but there is a distinct difference between the neurodivergent and the neurotypical brain. And I love it. Ashley, you're 36, baby in the house. There we go. Fellow late diagnosed here. Yes, thank you. That's a lovely way to put it. Just a different, beautiful processor. I love how autistic I am. Like it's the bane of my existence at times. Well, it used to be, but now. So for me, finding out, excuse me, having that self-realization. Michelle 60. There you go. Realization, self-identifying. Suddenly made all these random dots of my life of like, what the fuck dots? Like the whole thing. Like, why am I like this? Like people used to describe me as being unique, still do. Yeah, I'm a fucking delight. Weird, different. Like I always felt on the outer. And I think being adopted also and an only child did contribute to that. But obviously if your brain is actually different, of course you're not going to feel like everybody else or like the people who have that different type of brain. So the weird kids in school, the theater kids, the loners, the emos, the, I don't know, the goths, the computer nerds, the theater nerds, all of those people, I guarantee you, and we're probably all some of them, or the computer people, like all the things, the ones that weren't just the popular mainstream group, and the misfits. I guarantee you they're all the neurodivergents, always. And it's cool. I love it. How boring would the world be if we're all just neurotypical boring? There you go, Laurie, 61 next month. Happy birthday for next month. So for me, that moment when I was like, well, maybe I am. I mean, it couldn't be any worse. And this is my languaging then, not now. Now I know it's a beautiful thing. But I was willing to do some research, and because I needed answers. I needed to understand why my life had taken the path it had taken, not trying to, like, you can't, I personally, and none of us can, I don't think, pass out trauma and the outcomes in our life. But trauma, addiction, all those things tend to befall neurodivergent folks a little more heavily, it seems. Again, I'm not a statistician, but I feel like yes. So this checklist thing was it for me. And now, like, once you realize you're autistic, and I'm sure, Chat, you can attest to this, or neurodivergent, ADHD, whatever, Tourette's, dyslexic, dyscalculia, there's so many. I probably should have gotten a checklist. But basically anything that kind of makes things a bit tricky for you and that people kind of look at you, it's probably a neurodivergent thing. Lots of fibromyalgia, like Karen. I think Karen Reed is autistic, 100%. I said what I said. Guaranteed she's neurodivergent. She didn't fit in. She's got a lot of health issues. It's so common, all this stuff, depression, anxiety, addiction, because we're living in a world that's not designed for us necessarily. Yes. Mama Jamma, I haven't got a formal diagnosis, and I dare anybody to tell me I'm not autistic. That shit that makes me autistic is just so, like, it's facts. It's facts. I don't need an official diagnosis. And if you've got 2 autistic kids, guaranteed it's genetic. It's handed down through the lineage of your DNA. So this checklist, yikes, here's me with my like ADHD brain skipping all over the place. I know what I'm saying. Can you follow? Yes. So let me see. So above average intelligence. I mean, yes, it's a full spectrum. Yes. So some other things of women particularly, but not necessarily in terms of childhood. Like, I was a precocious child. I spoke and read very early. I was articulate. I got along really well with adults. But again, that could have been my being an only child of relatively older parents to my generation. I am like my IQ is about 125, 130. I've forgotten now, but like it might not seem like it sometimes, but like I'm pretty fucking smart, and I'm very particular about certain things, and I don't try to be an arsehole, but sometimes I can be a bit of an arsehole because like the things I'm rigid about as an autistic person are impossible for me to change about myself. I can be a bit of a brat, right, Adam? So can we, yes, empathic. Well, okay, so here we go. So highly sensitive person, yeah. Have you all heard of that term? It's now that book, and I've got the book. My auntie gave it to me 25 years ago. I was labeled as being overly sensitive by my parents, who incidentally used to refer to me and about me as the girl. They didn't really often use my name. Lovely folks, hard narcissists, both of them. So I have a whole book called The Highly Sensitive Person, HSP, and it's so interesting. It's predating the understanding of how women tend to look and appear, not look, but how their character traits, their tendencies, their behaviors, so if you're interested, Highly Sensitive Person is a good read, a very good read. But now you'll hear purists say never a brat, Adam. Often, a brat for hours. Shit. So yes, high empathy is a part of it, absolutely. And being a highly sensitive person, which has got negative connotations, right? My mum used to, and still would, refer to me as a non-coper, and highly emotional, too sensitive, overly sensitive, too dramatic. They just couldn't deal with me because I'm adopted. I was not I was not made in the same, like, I'm different. I come from a different, like, bloodline. So crybaby. Actually, Adam cries way more than I do. I'm a cold bitch. I've learned to very much compartmentalize things. Although I cried this morning. What was it about? Oh, wow. Such a weirdo. I was watching a members only Gisela K, Grizzly True Crime, watching her live stream, and I identify so strongly with G, like so strongly. And she was just talking about something about herself, and I just was suddenly standing crying over the sink about how much I feel connected to her as a human. Amazing. So geez, I can't follow anything linear today, can I? Yikes. Anyway, shall we? I'll stop jibber jabbering on. Well, I won't. I never will. I will talk when I'm dead. But let me pull this up. I always feel so dirty when I say this, but I am a perv. So right, so this is linked in the description box, right? Right. Female autism test. If you can't see it, don't worry. We're going to go through if you have two devices and you want to grab this link out of the description box and go through it with me, if you're wondering, this is what made me, this exact document is what I came to understand as being, this is me. And suddenly my life, that's when I was born. That's when I started to love myself. This checklist here is when I started to really understand myself. And knowledge is power, yeah. And I felt empowered, and I feel proud now. I embrace everything about my autistic weirdo self. I fucking love it. I know all my autistic people, my tribe. I can spot you all a mile off. And it's a beautiful thing. It's not an insult. It's not an insult. Oh, however, wait. We don't say Asperger's anymore, okay? We don't. It's no longer in the DSM. It's not in the DSM-5 anymore. It's just not. Whoever his name was, fuckhead Asperger, it was a Nazi sympathizer doing research on behalf of Hitler or his henchmen. History, stuff, details. But basically he was testing, he discovered autistic folks, the highly intelligent, highly articulate, so what high functioning, like, I beg to differ. I can function on lots of shit, but geez, I'm also the worst ever adult. I cannot adult. So no Asperger's. It's not a diagnosable thing. It's not in the DSM-5. It's outdated and offensive. So it's something to treat if you're someone who, and like, when at first I started saying I'm an Asperger, I have Asperger's because I am that highly articulate, above average intelligence, all the things. But it's offensive. The other thing, to be honest, that I find offensive, and this is a more recent thing, and not everybody in the autistic community So basically, we're autistic. Yeah, we're autistic. You all probably are too. But ASD doesn't work for me either. It's only 3 more letters or 4 more letters to type autistic. ASD, autism spectrum disorder. And we don't have a disorder. It's not a disorder. This is not a personality disorder. This is not a disorder at all. It's just a brain difference, a beautiful, different programmer. Yeah. So please try to yes, Taryn. Well, we're going to have to do a lot of these episodes because there's so much. RSD is rejection sensitivity dysphoria. Hard. I also suffer big time from pathological demand avoidance. So these are all things that were sort of negative connotations or trying to be taught to embrace it in the highly sensitive person era of understanding autism. But now we understand that these are specific attributes to for not everybody, but you may feel it and to varying degrees. So if you want to play along, I'm going to talk you through. I'm not going to make you read it if you're on your phone particularly, but I will talk you through it because y'all know I can talk, and we'll go through some of these. And even if you in your head, even if you have a notepad in front of you, and I think there's 40 questions. I can't remember. We'll go through them all. If you just want to check out, anyway, if you want to go along with me, you can. If you don't want to, fine. Just kidding. So okay, so the scale is strongly agree, unsure, disagree, or strongly agree, and these are statements. So it's not like so it's how you identify with this. So this is the first one. So here we go. So most social interactions feel effortful for me. I feel like I'm constantly trying to figure out others and understand what's normal to do or say. Okay, so even let's just pause there. As a woman who had high expectations of being precocious and a social delight, dinner parties twice a week with my parents and with all adults. My father was an academic, my mother too. I was expected to perform, and I did. So I know what's expected of others. I'm not wondering about things. My empath abilities, I know some of you might find this, is means we've become so finely attuned to knowing to pick up on the cues that we can deliver. However, there are times, and Adam, again, poor Adam, he can be my case study. There's times I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, I don't get some nuances. I get sarcasm. I can understand lots of things, but there's other things where I'm like, can you please be more specific? I don't get it. And I'm so brutal with it. So most social interactions that feel effortful for me. So I guess that's it for me. That the rest of it is not, that I'm going to say strongly agree there. So I'm going to tick that one. I consciously study how other women or people interact in social situations and try to copy their behaviors. Again, a lifetime of it. And now that doesn't really resonate for me at all because I'm like, you can do what you want. I'm just going to do me. But I'm going to say agree there because, I constantly worry about whether I'm doing a good job of fitting in with my peers. Hard, yes. Because, when you can feel it, right? So I'm going to say strongly agree there. Let me just get back to chat for a second and make sure we're good. Strongly agree. Yes, my pleasure. My pleasure. This, I said it before, but this exact form, checklist, was my turnaround. This was my rebirth into loving myself. Okay, so let's go. You're an only child. Yeah. Yep. But also yes. Anyway, carry on, Lisa. Oh, wait, let me hide that so we don't get in the way of this. Shoink. See, I'm even going all awkward. Oh my God, I can be so awkward. Now it's like, fuck, I don't care. In social situations, I feel like I'm performing rather than being myself. Hard, yes. Strongly agree. I am myself, but it's so exhausting. I kind of don't really even know, like, who am I? Like, that surreal, am I even real? Do you get that? I get that all the time still. And I'm 5 years in now. This was 2019 for me. So I'm 5 years in, almost like it was in December 2019 that I came to this. So 5 years. And still there's times like, right now, this is me right now, probably. Yeah, no, it is. This is me, how I am now, how I am with you guys. I'm when I'm interviewing, I'm more poised this me just solo stream is 100% me. In social situations, well, I don't put myself in social situations, but out in public, work, that drains me. And like I had 2 new tattoos done on Friday, and I put my earbuds in, and it's someone I know, but not that well. Even that, it's exhausting. I have to spend a lot of time recharging my battery. So in social situations, I feel like I'm performing rather than being myself. Strongly agree. I am being myself, but it is an effort, a task. And yeah, I feel exhausted, almost burned out after prolonged interactions. Hard, yes, strongly agree. I have a tattoo here that says, oh my God, solitude. I hope it says solitude. And a new pirate flag. Yay for Adam. Solitude. My need, my absolute critical need to recharge my batteries in absolute solitude with no interactions is extreme. I'm getting a little bit better at managing more interactions. I have to be, as soon as I wake up in the morning, 3:30 in the morning for work, I'm replying, I'm interacting with people. I get emails, I get DMs, so anyway, let's get back to it. Solitude is important. Charging your social battery is important. Some people who recharge, often neurotypicals, whose social battery is recharged through social interactions, cannot understand it, right? No shit. My brain's different. I don't expect you to understand. I don't understand how you can go out and socialize. Yeah, nah, that's going to be a no from me, dog. My interests and hobbies often take over my thoughts. Okay, chat. Everyone gets strongly agree here. Everyone. I enjoy spending hours focusing on them. When I like something, I become a super fan of it. Tick, strongly agree, no questions asked. I think everyone got strongly agree there. I have an overactive imagination. I can spend hours building a fantasy world rich in elaborate detail. Now, this one was interesting for me. When you think of daydreaming, because sometimes this is put in as daydreaming, I used to think that daydreaming meant literally, in a cartoon when we were kids, and there was like Bugs Bunny sitting there doing his thing, and then in the bubble, and in there's an island with a palm tree, and he's dreaming of that. I used to always think that was daydreaming because no one had ever really explained it to me. I mean, it can be, but I think being off with the pixies, letting your mind wander, and following, like ruminating, all those things. And also on this one, some people have aphantasia, is that what it's called? Where they actually don't have a mind's eye. They can't visualize or fantasize or imagine anything. So yeah, Mama Jama, true crime, whatever it is, I'm in. So that's an interesting one for me. I guess also catastrophizing could go in that one, Adam. Like maybe not a fantastic fantasy world, but an overactive imagination, I think, is key there to that one. So I'm going to put agree for that one. I'm going to get here. I'll probably get a bit teary now. I feel emotions intensely. Whew, big feelings. I become easily overwhelmed by my feelings. It is difficult for me to cope when I'm stressed, anxious, or upset. I would say overstimulated and in a state of overwhelm. And it doesn't have to be overstimulated in terms of into your eyes, things around you, into your ears, hearing. Ernie and I were talking about how we can't be trying to carry on a conversation with music playing even quietly in the background. It physically hurts my brain. I get migraines. I'm sure lots of you do. But yes, I feel emotions intensely. Strongly agree. Because as you get older, and if you're aware of it, you can be more able to manage those emotions and harness them and give yourself the time to feel them, not to shut them down, but not to let them take over. Really important if you want to not feel like you're floundering. Go into meltdown. Meltdowns suck. Meltdown and shutdown were terms I used before I understood what autism, being autistic, was. I often play with my hair. Yes. Tap my fingers. Yes. Rock. Yes. Flap my arms. Not so much for me, but lots of people do. Engage in some other repetitive behavior. Sniffing. I strongly agree, y'all. It could be fidget toys, vaping, My vapes are part of this. Having something doing, like Adam, when I was being a brat, like the night before last, I was talking to Adam and I had scissors in my hand and there was a scrunched up piece of paper towel on the bench. And I was like all in my emotions about me. It was me being a brat, right? But I just compulsively snipped this piece of paper towel into fringing the whole way around. I couldn't stop myself. Doodling, yeah, those things. I am pretty set in my ways. Well, maybe. I have fixed, highly specific ways of doing things. Just doing just one thing differently is enough to throw me off for the rest of the day. Strongly agree. What does chat say? Let me come in here. Nail biting, smoking cigarettes, throat clearing, leg bouncing. Yep. I'm a fucking delight, mate. I swear to God. I wouldn't change a thing. Happily me, most of the time. I'm a big time jump to worst case scenario type of guy. And I'm very sensitive and emotional. You are. It's beautiful. But it's exhausting feeling like that all the time, yeah? That's why for Adam, I've been trying to give him some suggestions of ways to not let some of his beautiful empath, neurodivergent traits overtake him and lead to burnout and overwhelm because and set some boundaries. Yeah. Yep. Strongly agree, Amber. I love my routines and my systems. Yes. So I can't remember which stream it was in the last little while. Someone said something about OCD. I was with Nurse Lulu when we were talking about the Carly Gregg case. Let me just like this is just my own again, not a mental health professional. No. What's the word? Description. No. Definition. See, brain did it. So traditional true OCD is fear-based and it ruins lives, yeah. OCD where people compulsively, both of them are compulsions, compulsively do whatever, washing hands, checking doors, having to wash up something a certain way, hanging, washing out a certain way. No, not so much that. I don't know because I don't have traditional OCD. That's fear-based. People who have true OCD do it out of a sense of doom, impending doom, and terror that if they don't do X, Y, and Z this way or this number of times or in this order, something bad will happen, yeah? For the OCD love of routines and systems that is part of the neurodivergent urge, it's comfort-based. It brings us comfort and pleasure to do things a certain way. The fear comes when someone tries to get us to change that way. Hell no, this is how I do it. I can't. And that's when we spiral. So OCD, yes, and they look similar to someone on the outside, but one is fear-based and it ruins lives. One is comfort-based and enhances our lives. Okay. So that. My senses can sometimes feel all over the place. I can be either under or overly sensitive, right? I can be the most like crying at anything, feeling all my feels, like too sensitive. No, not, but you know what I mean? Like feeling it all, or I can be a cold bitch. And, you know, it is. I avoid bright lights. Loud noises, bright lights. Can you imagine how this is so hard for me to have these two ring lights here? There's times when I have to turn them right down when I'm streaming because I might be or super tired, super stressed about something else, or 6 hours streaming by the end of it. Bright lights. I don't do overhead lights in my home ever. I can't do fluorescent lighting. I can't do cool lighting. I can't do lights in my eyes. I can't do sunlight in my eyes. It makes me feel loud noises. I can't. I mean, if I'm turning on music really loud, whatever, but a loud bang, like it physically hurts me. Like, and I will startle. I have a very, like my startle reflex is like, exactly. Loud noises, strong smells, you know, some strong, like cigarette smoke. I can't. Like I can't. Like I can smell it anywhere. I can't. Certain foods, you might have food aversions. Other things that aggravate my senses, like humans. A crying baby, I can't. I fucking can't. a dripping downpipe that you can hear, a dripping tap, a ticking clock, the sound of a whippersnipper or a lawnmower outside. I like it. There's sometimes when I can cope okay with those things. Other times when it's just tips me over the edge. Depends how I'm feeling in my overall sense of state of well-being. Or I find myself constantly moving, chewing on something, seeking some form of sensory input. Yeah, you might have noticed in my live streams, I move around a lot, and I'm so sorry about that. It's just what I do. The only time I sit down is to stream, to go to the toilet or drive my car. I'm always moving, always, always, always. So my senses can sometimes feel all over the place. I can be either under or overly sensitive. I avoid bright lights, loud noises, strong smells, certain foods, and other things that aggravate my senses. I will do anything to not experience some of that. Or I find myself constantly moving, chewing on something and seeking some form of sensory input. Chewing gum, smoking cigarettes, picking at your skin, biting your fingernails, picking at something on your clothing. Strongly agree. Okay. Next. Wait. Why isn't there that many more? Why is there only that many? Tell me I didn't do my research. Lisa, you didn't. No, there was more questions. Wait. Take this test. In real time, see me winging it. I swear there's like 20 questions. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Well, show's over, folks. Jokes. Here we go. I've gone all pink in the cheeks. Embarrassing. Can I open this up? Jesus. Why? Why am I like this? Do you know why? Let me see if I can find another one. Jeez, Lisa. Why? Hang on, let me get. Babies are awesome, but not when they're crying incessantly. I can't. Hang on, wait. Definitely were more questions in that. Let me see if I can find another one. Watch me in real time. I'm a professional. It was definitely that one, and there was definitely more questions. Yeah, sure, Lisa. Whatever. Well, hang on. You know what? Actually, wait. Let me find the other one. Give me a second. I'm in my Google. Just adult autism. It's the same people. I used to have it in my I used to have it saved in my documents, in my endless stream of tabs open in my internet on my phone. Here we go. Let's try this one. Hang on, let me get rid of that one. Yikes. The other link is in the, yes, it is. That's the adult one in general. Can you please email it? No, I think, can you please email it to me, Adam? Thanks. Take test. Here, we'll do this one. Oh. Am I sharing screen yet? No. Am I professional? Yes. This is so ADHD of me. It's not even funny. Watch it in real time. Ernie predicted it. Oh, I hate it already. It says ASD test, but we'll roll with it and we'll see. Are we sharing screen? Yes. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this. This is bigger too. Okay. How do you handle changes in routine or unexpected events? With no issues, it can sometimes make me irritable. I become noticeably frustrated or anxious. The last one, right? Can you see? Let's make sure. I don't want to be doing this. Yeah, good. Good. How long will it take you to calm down after experiencing the change in routine? Oh, I move on pretty quickly. It takes me a while. Which of the following best describes your engagement with hobbies or activities? Oh, this is great. I like it. Diverse interests, enjoy various activities. Maybe. Prefer specific activities, somewhat repetitive. Highly focused on one activity, exclude others. For me, I'd say it's between the two. There's been times in my life when I have excluded everybody, but I don't know whether that's my being autistic or whether it was my life circumstances. I personally am going to put the middle one. I'll pop this in the description box afterwards, this test, okay? Do you have difficulty transitioning away from these activities when needed? Yeah, extremely. Do you show interest in interacting with people you have not previously met? Do you show interest? Oh, I don't want to, but sure, I can do it. I can do anything. Give me a problem I can't solve. But again, that's my masking and my upbringing. So I'm going to say no. If I had a choice, I would never meet another human ever again, except Adam. How do you react to lights and colors? I can become overwhelmed by them. I don't have any reaction to them. I can become very excited by them. Overwhelm for me, top one. What about when it comes to textures? Okay, so this is good. We're coming into sensory stuff. I like this one. Let me just check in on the chat. How you going? How y'all going? Email. Thanks, babe. Yeah. No wonder so many of us get misdiagnosis as being depressed, right? Because we're trying to do things in a world, we're trying to exist in a world that generally often isn't designed for us. There's no accommodations made for people who don't like overhead lights, because the people who designed those buildings with fluorescent lights and buzzing sounds and fucking loud music, the radio playing over there, and you have to be here at this time until this time that isn't in your, like, that's autistic burnout right there. It's so quickly. And so people who choose an alternative lifestyle, like I guess like Adam even, or in his van life, he's been able to, yeah, Taryn, I lose my shit. Yeah, it's like, but many of us don't have the option. If you're a mother or a father with a mortgage or rent to pay, children, a job, you don't have the luxury of choosing an alternative lifestyle, right? You just have to do it. So you're working, you're existing, you're managing and maintaining this. I mean, those things can be beautiful, but overall it can be just exhausting trying to keep it up when you need to have your solitude. But how can you when you've got to take the kids to sport, or the husband wants to have or whatever, have the TV going over there, or you can't spend the weekend relaxing, recharging because X, Y, and Z. Like, this is tough. No wonder autistic burnout is real. I think I spent about 2 or 3 years in autistic burnout, just separate to my life traumas. Okay, so back to it. What about when it comes to textures? I'm fine with most textures. I can have issues with certain textures at times. Certain textures can make me feel extremely uncomfortable or anxious. I think in the height of my mental health, or the lows of my mental health issues, I would say certain textures can make me feel extremely uncomfortable or anxious. I'm going to go with I can have certain issues there because I'm able to regulate better now. Can food with certain textures affect your diet and what you're willing to eat? Yes, it can. So I'm pretty good with food, right? Oh, wait, back. What did I just do here? I don't know whether it's conditioning because my parents exposed me to so many things. No. So for some things, like I can eat mostly everything, and also textures. There are some things that irk me. Like so I don't know. I haven't done this test before because we just found it, but like I can't walk barefoot, and I guess that's a textural thing. I'm not touching with your feet, but there's some things I can't touch, and other things I love touching. But I can't walk barefoot. I have socks in winter and slides or shoes on, or I have socks, never socks by themselves. Or in summer I have inside outside. I can't do even the tiniest little speck of grit in my sock. I can't do even the tiniest little feel of something on the floor. I can't hair. Even my own hair. When I was like at my peak, lowest of my mental health issues, like I was physically repulsed by shampooing my hair and conditioning it because of the hairs on me. Like I would have little mini meltdowns, like get off me. Like I couldn't. Like if I was in a pool and a clump of hair got on my toes. No. So yeah, some people are like, yeah, whatever. I hate walking in bare feet. Exactly. I'm totally with you there. So many socks. Right, AJ, I have over 200 pairs of socks. They have to feel the same. Exactly. Match. My things have to match. I can't imagine anyone in here would do this, but if you do, no shade and a little bit of shade. People who wear socks that don't match, like looking and feeling, I'm sorry, are you a serial killer or okay. See, here's me embracing my full autistic glory. Yes. Can food with certain textures affect your diet and what you're willing to eat? Well, I'm not. Yes, it can, but I think I've been, like I said, I've been conditioned. Wait, why isn't it going? Yes, next. Oh, wait. Why is it doing that? Uncheck. Wait. Okay, yes, again. Next. Uncheck. Be cool, man. Be cool. Yes, you can. I said that already. Yikes. Do you have any repetitive movements or habits? Even saying things over and over again, like I say, like all the time. I sniff. I with my mouth. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. It's like for people. Vaping. I always have to have a vice. Do like I'm doing this right now with my hands when I'm thinking, when I'm like really when I'm stressed at work, I start to do this with my, like a tune like this, and touch on my hair like this, self-soothing. Yeah. Some people rug their legs, some people jig their leg. But yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Do you notice these movements more if you're excited or stressed? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. How do you feel you respond to taking instructions? I listen and take it on well. I hear and understand them, but I find myself needing to be repeated multiple times. I need them explained once or twice. So, that thing where you read the packet and you put the packet in the bin and then you're like, oh, what were those instructions again? Like 65 times, pull it out of the bin. It's like it's a meme, but it's so true. My daughter, Sammy, 100%, both my children are autistic, and I wish that I had contact with them, and I hope that they have that path to understanding that about them, because now that I know, I can see so many autistic traits in both of them. My daughter as a child, I'd say to her, so I need you to go into the bathroom, get your hairbrush and bring it back. And she'd go into the bathroom and she'd forget. And I didn't know then that, the remembering of instructions, like sometimes people they can remember the first two. It's not even remembering it. It's getting it to stick and comprehend it, I guess. She's a very intelligent young woman. She's 26 now, but so instructions, whether they're verbal, if they're verbal, you need to be really simple with things, and people need, or with us. Adam's gone to get something out of at the shop. He's on a road trip. All right. How do you feel you respond to taking instructions? I listen and take it on well. I don't know. I'm going to say I need them explained once or twice. But I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting more strategies to remember things. Do you find that you will sometimes delay responding to instructions intentionally? Interesting. No, I'm too much of a people pleaser. I will respond and then try to work out what the fuck. Do you focus intensely on specific topics? So, yeah, I am very focused on certain interests. Yes. Oh, wait, I should tell you what the other options were. I have somewhat focused interests. Interests vary drastically. Yes, I'm going to go with I am very focused on certain interests. Tick. How hard do you find it is to maintain eye contact very often? Do you find it hard to maintain eye contact very often? Yes. While I'm speaking. When the other person's speaking, I can do it, but I think it's a sign of respect, and I've trained myself to do it. I prefer not to. I went on a date. With this, sidebar, he was shorter than me, and that's just not it for me because I'm a shorty. And he was a bit of a dick, 100%. He drove a little Porsche, little midlife crisis car. He had two Porsches actually, so double compensating. Anyway, we went on this date. It was a really hot day, and I was like, oh, awkward and me being me, like, oh, I'm so out of my comfort zone. This is great, but whatever, I got to do this, got to put myself out there. And he brought us drinks and gin and tonic, obviously, for me. And trying to make that fucking small talk, polite conversation, like, I don't even like this guy, yuck. But he went to say cheers, and I said cheers, and I chinked and looked at him. Then I went to drink, and I did this. He goes, no, wait. You have to keep eye contact with me while we're saying cheers. It's just the way you do it. I was like, oh, well, I would rather die. But okay, because I'm a woman, I will be compliant and gracious. And of course, you have to do what is expected of you socially, right? Fuck, mate. Now I'd go, you can suck my dick, mate. Take me home. I'm not sucking your dick either. So cheers, drink, eye contact. I'm going, and he dragged it out for so long. Finally, I was like, I need to now be away from humans for about the next 14 days. Sidebar. Did you know that when you say the tradition of cheers and drinking like chinking a glass and then drinking together comes from medieval times, when poisoning was the most common way of being murdered, particularly amongst, like clans and shit in castles and shit, medieval times. So if everybody chinked their glasses together, or their chalice, their goblet, and drank at the same time, you know you were good. But if someone was hesitant to drink, poisoned. You're welcome. Factoid. So don't drink it. Would you say you interpret others' emotions well? Yes, very much. Very much. To a fault. I know it all. I know what someone else is thinking before they probably never will know what they're thinking. I can pick it when they haven't even identified it with themselves. But that's an empath thing, and that's a trauma response thing. And I know that some people very much can't. Some autistic, neurodivergent folk simply cannot find cognizance between or understand what someone else might be thinking. So, yeah. Suck it, mate. Yeah. Yuck. Oh, hi, Anne. Wait, there we go. The ruling class. Yes. Yes. I love cool things. I love knowing cool little things. So cool, huh? Then they gaslight you and say you don't. So I don't know about you. I know, like, I think if we were to go back to that Asperger's thing, no, I don't know. Like, I'm highly perceptive, awfully so. I consider I am an intuitive empath. And so I know things. It took me almost 50 years to come to trust that I'm not going to gaslight myself on things. So I know how people are feeling and where that's coming from. And I think that's from a lifetime of trying to understand why people were responding to me the way they were when I was just being me. Yeah. So, but I know for some people that could be tricky. But yeah. Mia Beto, is she here? So hard to see you green names on my black screen. Oh, Adam's back. How was the shop, Adam? What did you buy? Road trip snacks. Let's take a look into your senses. How sensitive is your sense of smell? Extremely sensitive and expensive. I can smell everything. Yes, I can. Also, my hearing. I can hear everything. My mum used to say, God, you must have good ears. You hear everything. I'm like, yeah, fucking, it's not that I have better ears. It's that my brain registers everything. Yeah. Do you have big reactions to certain smells? Yes, it can make me very uncomfortable, or it doesn't bother me too much. I'm going to say yes. How about sounds? Yes. How sensitive are you with sounds? Very sensitive to sounds. How do you react to loud noises? I become overwhelmed or very overwhelmed or stressed. Yes. Does sensitivity to taste impact your eating habits or food choices? Okay, I'm gonna pause on this one. I'm not gonna answer it yet. Yes, absolutely, Angela. Hi, Angela. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. If you've been subjected to a person, child particularly, has been subjected to, I guess, trauma, particularly at the hands of, and even abandonment, not necessarily abuse or overt abuse, but abandonment, not being given enough attention. And because I'm adopted, my adoptive parents, like I actually didn't have that maternal or paternal bond with my parents at all, and neither of them were that interested. They should have got a dog, but so I was a latchkey kid from a very early age. I think I was about 7 or 8 when I was having to look after myself. But I've had to become very finely attuned to understanding what's going on with other people, because neurotypicals don't fucking tell you, do they? Yikes. Just tell me how you're feeling and understand how you're feeling so you can articulate it. But back to the food thing. So does sensitivity to taste impact your eating habits or food choices? I mean, we all have favorite foods, yeah? And I guess, oh, good job, Amber. Look at you go. Wait, wrong one. Some screws are crooked and the wood glue was dry, but it's upright. Yay! Good job. I'm so proud of you getting that done with just me in the background rabbiting on. Happy to body double for you, my gorgeous friend. Right, COVID, that was the best thing ever. Masks and stay away from me. I'm in. Let's do that forever. Okay. So okay, so as I said before, I was exposed to, and like I have a very broad range of things I love. You know those things you find on Facebook where it says a point for every food you haven't tried or that you will never try, and I'm like, I'll try all of them. And I have tried all of them mostly. And the ones I haven't tried, and I like everything. I don't like parsnip that much. I don't really like white fish all that much, but it's mostly the bones in fish, which is a sensory thing, not a flavor thing. I don't the feeling of having something in my mouth, a little flying fish bone. I can't. It's not worth the effort for me. And I don't do super well with. I just spat super well with gnawing a chicken leg. I as a child more, but I've kind of come to go like, oh fuck, get over it, Lisa. I like chicken leg, drumstick. Let's do it, you know. But I won't be chewing it. My mum used to suck the marrow out of bones, like. No, but I think maybe this. I don't know if we're going to get there because I haven't looked at this quiz before. But like I can and do, and have eat the same food, the same. Breakfast, snack, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, drink for months. I ate only my own spaghetti bolognese and pasta every night for at least 8 months. I've done that a few times in my life because that was budget-wise, it suited my budget. I was in a very huge state of flux in my life. And with my mental health and shit just going down, that was my safe food. It's still my safe food. Adam can attest. Oh, good, Ashley. Get your herb. Yikes. We'll be back. We'll be here. No, I don't know. We'll be around. So, and still every single time now for my lifetime, spaghetti bolognese has always been my favorite. It always will be. I love all foods, but that's my go-to. And every time I eat it, every night I'm like, oh, this is so good. Every night, I never get sick of it. So, same thing at restaurants. Yes. Oh, hey, Chicken Palm. Thank you for coming in. Turtle Boy. Yeah, it's a bold of me to go up against Turtle Boy, but you know what? There's always replay crew. Thanks for joining. So I guess for some, this one, and I'll go back to it. For some people, this one might be, I know some people really have a very limited range of food they can or are willing or desire to eat. Me, not so much. Budget I don't love fried food. I don't eat much sugar at all, but only because, I don't know, I just don't. But I happily eat anything. But I know for some people, no, not so much. And could be called fussy. Fuck off. You got preferences, and it's part of having people say, just try it. You know what? How about no? You eat your food, I'll eat mine. Fuck off. I like to experiment with, I don't know with this one. I'm going to say no. I like to experiment with new foods, but the other options were, wait, I didn't read them to you. I'm not overly fussed with food, or yes, my sensitivity to taste does impact my eating habits or food choices. Yes, it does. I can be extremely fussy with food. So I'll drop this in the description box after. Okay. Do you have any specific routines or rituals you must follow? Chat, what do you think? Yes, I follow these religiously, but the other options were maybe one or two. No, I don't have any particular routine. You know what? My morning routine is very particular and specific. I get up at 3:30 in the morning to ensure that I can follow that routine religiously. Am I late to work every day of my life? Time blindness is real, y'all. We'll talk about that another time, maybe. Do you find it hard to read facial expressions? Well, I personally don't, but that's my empath in me. I think that I'm very good at reading all that stuff. Body language, facial expressions. I can feel it. I know it. I know the energy when I walk in the room. I know what everybody's thinking in the room. I'm never going to gaslight myself, but I'm going to go. So the options are, I find it hard to tell how someone is feeling by their facial expressions. Not me, but maybe you. I can sometimes read them, or I think I can read them quite well there. How do you deal with uncertainty? Oh my God. Kill me now, surprises. Not knowing, ambiguity. I'm even like, I'm feeling stressed. My heart rate has gone up. I'm feeling all anxious even thinking about it. Can't. So the options are, it doesn't faze me at all. Oh, lol, I wish. It can sometimes make me nervous, or I don't like uncertainty at all and become very anxious or uncomfortable. That one. Can't. I need to know the details. I need to know when the plans change. I'm okay with the plans changing, but give me the plans in the first place. Let's stick to the plan as much as possible, please and thank you. Like I'm visibly affected even thinking about it. I can't. How's he going, chat? Let me come back for a sec. Make chat some pasta. AJ? Ernie sometimes makes us tacos. I'm not sure though. Nope. Morning routine is essential, right? It's the fucking worst. I dislike it AF. I don't care what the answer is. Just let me know, right? Like if I'm having to, like, my brain. How about you guys? My brain is so, like, I liken what's going on in my head as, you know, there's a gif of about it, but in the circus or in the something like a magical thing, whatever, like all those poles with plates spinning on top of them and the guy running around, or the girl running around keeping the plates all spinning. That's my brain. I don't need for someone who might know some details, some information, some certainty about something. I can't have I can't have anybody risking my plates all falling, because once that spanner is in the works where I don't know what's happening or what the plan is, we can adjust. We're going to have to adjust if we have to adjust, but give me all the facts at the beginning. I'm so tense even thinking about it. So important. Yeah, any tacos, right? Love tacos. Tacos. Same. Adam just ate a burrito. Well, I just had 2 slices of fake cheese from Aldi. All right, so that's that. Uncertainty. It's going to be a hard no from me. Tell me everything you know. Tell me all of it in great detail. Let me be informed so I can feel like I'm okay with things. If I don't know stuff, I'm not okay with it. Do you find that you often take things very personally or have difficulty with criticism? So, yes and no. I think, again, as I get older, I'm more able to be objective about things, but the initial response probably is to be like, princessy and precious about things. I love, actually, so criticism isn't great, yeah? Being criticized, which is kind of like snipping at you, and no one likes that. I don't think that's a neurodivergent thing, right? But I do love constructive criticism and feedback, because, and this is a people pleaser, it's a wondering what the fuck through my whole life, where if someone had just told me what they needed for me to change, oh, that's so sad, about myself or my behavior or my decisions that I made, then I'll fix it. I can't know if you don't tell me, because no one ever tells you and you're left wondering, right? So I'm I'm not going to, these days, not so much, not going to change myself, but please tell me if there's something that I could have done better so I can try to work on it if I agree with you. If I'm, like we're always growing, yeah. So, do you find that you often take things very personally or have difficulty with criticism? I'm going to say sometimes, because yeah, it all depends how I'm feeling. Wait. Do you often have a strong need for closure and struggle with unresolved or ambiguous situations? Let me throw this to the chat. Adam, do you think I do? Adam knows. I'm like, I can't. I need to know all the things. Tell me the things. Close the loop. Close the loop. Make it make sense. I'm sorry I'm missing the chat. I'll go back and watch the chat live replay after. Yeah. To see myself in real time being a tripper. Close the loop. Exactly, Adam. Yep. Just assume everyone is criticizing me. You know why though, AJ? I feel like our whole life where people have been made, for me personally, I don't want to speak for you guys, but being made to feel that you're too much, too loud, too sensitive, not too lazy, not driven enough, not organized enough, too disorganized, too messy, too neat, to talk too fast, talk too slow, talk too loud, talk too quietly. Of course, we're made to feel like that our whole lives, right? Fuck that shit. No, fuck that shit. I'm doing me. That's on you, champ. Chuck it in the chat. That's on you. That's not on me. I'm being me. Deal with it. I'm not going to be a fuckhead. Well, right now I am. And I want to know if there's something about the way I'm behaving which is impacting another person negatively or positively. But don't be telling me to fit into your box. Or my box. Jokes. Lol. Perv. Yes, Ernie, that's on you. That's on you. Exactly. Like, that's a you problem, yeah? I'm just me. I'm just me. And I'm sorry if me being me isn't what you want from me, but I'm just me working on it. Yeah. Yeah, Adam. I hate when people tell me that my creative energy is too much. Calm down. My response, don't kill my magic, bitch. Adam is a fan of the 3 and the 4 exclamation points at the end of almost every sentence, and I'm here for it. Me, not so much. As in, I don't use but I love it. He's so passionate about things. Like I'm very animated when I'm talking. I'm a like and that's one of the things that I think you can tell often with autistic folk or neurodivergent folk is that they might have a very interesting way. Like Adam has an interesting inflection in his voice. There's not, some people think that it's just like a monotone, a drone. Adam Lally, wouldn't be surprised if Adam Lally is autistic, not even joking. But people find me, they're like, calm down, because I'm like so animated. I'm like with my hands, I'm gesticulating wildly. My volume of my voice, you can hear me. I'm very animated. This is me being me right now. It sucks when people fit into that box, bitch. Yeah. No, fuck your box. Perv. No, I didn't even mean that. Yikes. I hear you, Miss Shorty. I've had a gutful of the constant not feeling good enough. Exactly. So, like, I was a professional or like a competitive bodybuilder for 8 years, which is like I achieved a lot. I achieved everything. But in the end, when internally my brain, everything about me in my lifetime was like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't successful enough. I was a quitter. And I do a lot of things in my life to prove that I'm not those things. But the intense scrutiny on my outward appearance and that it never being good enough was just in the end I got out of that. And it's very hard to untrain yourself from being like that as a woman in particular. Is the boring kind though? Yeah, like dial tone. So when everybody in the world is telling you that you're not good enough, not everybody, but being misunderstood, yeah, people misinterpreting your, like we neurodivergent people have some absolutely incredible superpowers. We like some of the most amazing people in our history were autistic, like Albert Einstein, autistic, Elon Musk, autistic, but they're not great. I can't think of any now. I think Marilyn Monroe was autistic, 100%. Mostly anybody who's been an artist, a creator, a poet, a writer, a songman, someone creative, probably autistic, neurodivergent. And with that comes a lot of darkness and a lot of feelings of not being good enough, and it can overtake you. And that's how it is sometimes. Having the right people around you to be kind and patient and understanding and let you be you without getting frustrated makes a huge difference. And even though we might know that objectively, because that's what we want from our people, remembering that we have to also live that for the people around us can be tricky sometimes, because too hard, I can't deal with this right now. Well, do you often have a strong need for closure? Yes, we're over that. I'll close this loop. Yeah. No, I don't think I worry too much about closure. I sometimes can get a bit uneasy in these situations. Yeah, I definitely need closure and resolution in these situations. Hard yes. Hey, wait, we finished it. Am I? Oh, unlock your result. Fuck off. I'm not paying for that. I don't need you to tell me I'm autistic as fuck, yeah. Thanks, mate. That was great. Adam, you sent me that other one. Let me have a look at this other one, because yikes. Stop screen. How y'all doing? Jerry Seinfeld. My boyfriend is so kind with me. Love him. That's beautiful, Annie. Lucky. Same. Very patient man. Adam deserves a medal. I feel anxious even thinking about how much of a nightmare I am. I'm a horrible person. I say it all the time. I'm not, but I'm used to being told or made to feel that way. What am I doing? Gmail. Thanks. Gmail. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute there, folks. Oh, straight up to that. Video cannot be monetized. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks. Calm down. A link. Thanks, babe. You're the best. I talk to myself all the time. Who else talks to themselves? Like, oi, how you be talking to yourself all the time? Like, well, got to have an expert opinion sometimes, right? Oh, yeah, so funny. Okay, here we go. Wait, I can do this. We're going to do this. We're doing it. I'm going to keep that tab up because I'll put it in there. Get rid of that one. Come back here. Yikes. Present. Put the link in the... AJ, get Adam to put the link in the chat if you want. Whatever you posted. Here we go. Share. Let's see if this one's better or longer. Jesus. How dare they give us 5 questions? Click to read 29 comments. No, thank you. Sniffing. Lisa, stop sniffing. Sorry, Mark. Sorry for existing. Yay. Okay, let me read this, right? Okay. Autism. Oh, okay, we're starting off poorly. Awareness of autism spectrum disorder. Nope. Has grown dramatically, which reflects an increase in autism tests and diagnoses, and in a greater understanding that, even late in life, an autism diagnosis can offer major benefits and relief. Yes, my life began 5 years ago. Still, symptoms of autism are still frequently misdiagnosed as ADHD, anxiety, mood disorders, OCD, we've talked about that, and other related conditions, leading to poor support and lifelong challenges. Most research on autism has focused on young white boys, autistic women and individuals of color are more likely to go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. I was diagnosed as having borderline personality disorder. I didn't think to say this. I don't have borderline personality disorder. I'm fucking autistic. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Sorry, though. Sorry, Lord's name in vain. It's one of my things. Apologies. There are some similarities. Letitia Stalker's borderline personality, right? Me? No. Autistic. So annoying. So annoying. There's some similarities. Not BPD. Not. Rejection sensitivity dysphoria? Yes. Pathological demand avoidance? Yes. Borderline personality disorder? No. Autistic adults may experience differences in social communication and interactions, and many report that they mask these differences to blend in. Repetitive patterns of behavior, obsessions, never. Me, obsessed about nothing, no. Special interests or activities are common. Insistence on routine and sameness is another typical manifestation of autism, along with sensory processing differences. Full stop. Executive functioning challenges and emotional dysregulation have also been associated with autism. Yes. So Amber before said she wanted she was going to use me, my stream, as a body double to get her assembling the desk that she was putting together. Because like executive functioning is remembering or having the inclination to do the things in life that you have to do. Executive functioning, like getting your teeth brushed, having a shower every day, doing the tasks, doing the dishes. Oh my God, having a dishwasher. Thank you, God. Like remembering, like me getting to tip my eyebrows, like it's only I could do it every week. It takes like half an hour. Do I ever get around to it? No, because executive functioning. So a body doubling is what Amber spoke about. So having company to give your brain something else to focus on while you're also doing something, to also make you feel less daunted by getting that task done because there's something enjoyable to go along with it. Having someone with you there to feel like they're walking through that task with you can be huge. Ernie, I need to shave my legs. Ernie, I shaved my legs for the first time because I was getting the tattoo on my leg. And so I shaved my legs for the first time in this long. Felt so weird, so beautiful. Yes, Gen X, we can be. Yeah, oh, who's that? Amber. Yeah. I'm not surprised at all. Yep. Disgusting. Not okay. And hopefully with these, like with more awareness comes better understanding by the people that are making these diagnoses. But I'm a cluster C. I'm a cluster fuck. Ay. What else we got? Okay, so let's go back to this. I was reading it, but yes, that just reminded me. But as the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, ASAN, notes, there is no one way to be autistic. Amen. I'm a fucking weirdo and I love it. Traits, symptoms, and support needs vary among autistic individuals. Some may be non-speaking, non-verbal, for example, and others may have intellectual disabilities and other co-occurring conditions. The DSM-5 uses levels from requiring support, level 1, to requiring very substantial support, level 3, to distinguish support needs amongst autistic individuals. Can I just say, outwardly, I appear very capable, highly functioning. This has been some of my problems in my adult lifetime, getting assistance on things because I present so capable. My mother would say I'm a non-coper. But so people, because I'm articulate and well-spoken and clearly educated and well put together, I got to the appointment, probably not on time, but I got there, like I think I said it last night in my members only with Adam, like, God, I need and I've said it to Adam, like if someone, like anything, finding my adoptive mother, getting my passport, doing the things I have to do, I can do this, I can do streaming, I can like do lots of things, I can look after plants, but fuck, having someone to support levels, to have a support system to help me get the things that I can't get done, because people see me how I am, people, society. Wow, she's amazing. She can do that shit. Yeah, I can do this shit. But some stuff I just cannot do. Like, oh my God, taking my recycling out. It's been like 8 wine bottles worth, which is 4 weeks. Like some things I just can't manage. I can't do it. And like, so I don't know if that level 1, 2, or 3 is necessarily indicative of how actually people do struggle, autistic people, neurodivergent people, with their life. Because I can do stuff, but it takes all my energy. Yeah, getting myself to work on time, doing that, I'm so tired. Streaming, so tired. But we do it. But then other stuff has to fall by the wayside. There's so many adulting things that I just cannot get done. And it makes me feel like a failure. Absolutely. Yeah, it takes a village, Ernie. And when you don't have a village, like I haven't had anyone, like this is not a poor me pity party, but fuck, just to have some people around me, like to help me with those things. And a handful of times when I have had people around me for a short period of time to help me with adulting stuff, oh, so nice to feel supported. Ooh, I'm so tired. I'm going to start crying about it. No. Oh, wait. That wasn't it. Wait. Yikes. Are we showing that screen? What am I doing? Jeez. All right. There isn't a single test for autism. Clinicians evaluate for autism through comprehensive and in-depth interviews and behavioral observations. Tools like the Autism Diagnostic Interview Revised and Autism Diagnostic Observation Schedule are commonly used, but other instruments are available. Oh, I can tell you, I'm autistic, yeah? Moving on. So I feel like, okay, anyway, let's do it. Here we go. So this is just in adults in general. So the last one we did with these check boxes was for females, but this is for adults, and they're different questions. So I'm happy about this. Let's go. Wait, let me just have a vape. I'm dying. I haven't had my vape. I notice patterns in things all the time. Strongly agree, unsure, disagree, strongly disagree, strongly agree. Coming back to chat already. So I can't even have digital clocks because my brain adds the numbers together and makes numerical patterns and additions and subtractions and multiplications every time. I'm not even really a numbers person, but I do love like when your odometer on your car goes a certain numbers. I'll stop and take photos of that shit. I love, like, I see numbers all the time. I have certain angel numbers which mean very important things to me, and they come up all the time. So patterns in things. And it is human nature to want to make sense out of random things, but I'm the one that can always see, like, what's the odd thing out here in those little quizzy things, I can find the patterns. I'm good with patterns. I like patterns. Yes, LB, yeah, right. I hate those functioning labels. High functioning, low functioning. In what context? I was about to say I'm a high functioning YouTube streamer. Today, maybe would beg to differ. But this is me just like letting myself run feral in this. I can be high functioning in certain things. And in other things, I fucking struggle. And it's very frustrating because people are like, whatever, look at you. You're so smart. You're so this, you're so that. You can do it. I'm like, I fucking can't. I can't. I'm not being defeatist. I'm not being negative. I know I'm amazing on some things, and other things, bad news. Where's the adult? I need an adult. Oh, fuck, I'm the adult. Lol. What a nightmare. Strongly agree, yeah? Curious Wendy, strongly agree. Yeah. Or like volume levels on the television. Not that I listen to or watch television. Haven't for 18 months, 2 years. But like I can do even numbers up to 24, and I can also do 25, 27, because that's a special number to me. And after that, back to even numbers. Fuck off odd numbers. What else we got? Yes, Ernie Birdie, yes, very much so. Cool under pressure. Absolutely. I've dealt with some very fucking hectic shit in my life, and then I will lose my ever-loving mind when something happened. Like if I drop my toothbrush, I'll start crying. Or I was in the shower yesterday, the day before, can't remember, when I was shaving my legs, and I bent over, shaving my legs, and stood up and banged my fucking head in the tap, and I lost my shit. I started crying. I can't. But then, like, sure, whatever. I can do it. I think it's amazing. Low volume, please. I hate my spelling mistakes. Oh, L. Don't worry. We're all friends here. When you are feral, it makes us feel less alone and more understood. Okay. Yeah, this is me in my natural habitat, Taryn. I look like a full professional, like, slick bitch. And then this is me. This is me. This is me. I can stay calm for other people. Yes. Oh, okay, most of the time. Yeah, my God. When I couldn't find my vapes the other night for my stream with James Jack, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me? This morning I put my phone down somewhere. It's always on silent, no vibrate, by the way. Put my phone down somewhere, and I was like, I was losing my ever-loving mind trying to find it. Like, fuck, Lisa. Find your phone. What the fuck is wrong with you? But someone could, like, literally have a heart attack in front of me, and I could give them CPR, and I'll be fine. But lose my phone, bang my head in the shower, I can't. I'll start crying. Okay, let's go. When I become interested in something, my interest is often intense, strong, and deep. Are we all going with strongly agree? Yeah. No need for further elaboration. I don't really like to stray from rules, set procedures, and the correct way of doing things. So this is interesting. Straight away, I'm going to tell you strongly agree, but let me come back to chat. So don't get me wrong. I've done my fair share of felonious and illegal things in my life. Societally stigmatized, you can't do that. I've done it. Even as a child, like when I was in 4th class, 5th class, in primary school, whatever you call it, elementary school. I was the rebel. I was the one coloring my sneakers in with black texture. I was the one that cut all my Barbie's hair off, shaved head, put pins in their ears, and made them lesbians. I don't know why. I was like 7. I didn't probably even know what lesbians were, but they did girl on girl shit. Weirdo. I'm the one who is a nonconformist and rebelled against certain, but maybe not rules, society expectations of how one should behave. And I think that's probably because of my parents expecting me to be a very certain way. And I was like, you can fuck right off with that. But then also I thrived as a McDonald's manager or a McDonald's employee, Macca's, Mickey D's, for 12 years. Give me the fucking checklist. Tell me how it's supposed to be done, and let's do it that way every time. Systems are there for a reason. Rules are in place for a reason. What the fuck will happen if everybody's willy-nilly breaking rules? It's going to be a no for me. Rules, 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 rules. Yeah. I had lesbian Barbies too, Taryn. Well, girl. Plus, also, my parents got me the golden Barbie. She had gold copper flecks through her hair. I'm like, I wanted the princess Barbie. Give me the good Barbie. I was only allowed to have one Barbie. I must have ended up with a couple because lesbians. Yeah. I thrive under structure. Yes, yes, yes. I think, no, not the army. Too much trauma there, babe. Rules can be very helpful. Well, because you know what, though? For us autistic, neurodivergent people, when people do things in a in a chaotic way, when they don't adhere to the rules, that's kind of like we've spent our whole lives trying to work out what the fuck. What am I supposed to do here? What's expected? If it's clearly articulated, delineated, then we know the boundaries and we can conform to that. There's no ambiguity there in rules and systems. That's set in stone, yeah. We can choose to deviate from that, but it helps us feel like we know what's expected from us when there's a lot of mystery in the world for a neurodivergent about that stuff, right? So if my granddaughter had over 100 Barbie type dolls, yeah, my daughter, my childhood was relatively austere in spite of very high socioeconomic status of my family. My parents did not believe in or choose to, whatever reason, to shower me in anything like frittery. So my daughter and my son both, like, extravagant, the opposite end of that spectrum. I wanted to make them feel like they could be spoilt and lush in things and to have abundance in toys and stuff, because and the opposite of austerity. But my daughter, my son's, I haven't known him for 6 or 7 years, but my daughter also worked from a very early age and knew and understood that we did things. But yeah, swinging to try and fill my children's lives with the things that I felt I didn't get to experience. I have often been told that I have an unusual voice or cadence. Yeah. Flat, monotone, childish, high pitched. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to go strongly agree. Yep. Chat, what do you think? How about how you talk? Didn't complete that thought. No. Welcome to my world, Laurie. All right. Sometimes a thought or subject gets stuck in my head and I have to talk about it even if no one is interested. I mean, see my numbers drop right now, lol. I know it's getting late. And we'll wrap it up soon. We'll do this and we'll make another stream soon. So sometimes a subject or thought gets in my head and I have to talk about it even if no one is interested. I don't know. Adam's not here at the moment, I don't think, but I'm sure he was kind of interested, but I had to close the fucking loop on what it was that I couldn't get my head around the other night. It was like literally 2 or 3 hours of me going, I want to hear what you're saying and you're saying the right words, but I can't. And I need to keep going on about it. So yeah. Yep. I think a lot about my body language and facial expressions when interacting with people. But they're there, right? How animated can a person be? I'm leveled out. I'm leveled up. No, I'm maxed out. But having said that, when I'm doing my interviews and stuff, I'm very much aware of where my head is tilting, what my hands are doing, how my facial expressions, making sure they're appropriate for what is being spoken about. But I think that's like because I'm on camera and it's important. It's usually, often, quite dark and heavy subjects, conversations. So I need to be aware of that. The people here are the people that are supposed to be here. Yeah, absolutely. Oh no. I was just joking. It dipped down to 8 for a second there. That's fine. Like whatever. I'll talk to just Adam. Yikes. So what do you have to do to get an actual diagnosis? Okay, so I'm going to need you American folk to do some research. In Australia, it's financially almost impossible. The diagnostic path is even with our amazing Medicare, our public health system, still a couple of $1,000s to get diagnosed, and it's a journey that is arduous, many steps, and a lot of wait. And for me, that doesn't suit me. I'm like a little little rabbit in the headlights. As soon as I get even remotely, oh hi Prince Lover, how you going? But expensive and an arduous journey. And then Ernie's next question: does an actual diagnosis help in any way? There are some people in the neurodivergent community who are very hardline on unless you're officially diagnosed, it doesn't count. And I guess I kind of understand that in some way because it's they might feel there might be those rules people who are really big on rules and things being official. And also I think some people might feel very protective about their diagnosis and that they don't want people, I mean, everyone's a little bit autistic, right? I know. Actually, no. Everyone's a little bit ADHD, right? No. So I think there's a bit of that. I think it can help you feel like for the family, if family members don't believe or are invalidating of what you're experiencing and where you feel like you need to have some answers, perhaps that might help like have proof, a piece of paper. Often what happens these days is that people are getting their children or their grandchildren diagnosed, and in that diagnostic process, because of behavioral issues or development issues, or social development issues within school or whatever, they're realizing, and then through that diagnostic process, they're like, aha, wait, I think I am too. And obviously, duh, I think the numbers of neurodivergent people in society are far higher than the ratio of 1 in 5. I think it's probably more like almost 60-40. I reckon probably even 55-45 of like neurodivergent. So slightly more non-neurodivergent people in society than so neurotypicals a little bit more than neurodivergence. Again, no basis for this, just my lived experience and looking around and knowing. Yeah, fix your face, AJ. So I don't know. Like, I think for some people it's very important. For me, it's not attainable financially to get an official diagnosis. It's not attainable in terms of my ability to follow through on an appointment pathway to go through those steps. And I don't need to. I don't need anyone to tell me. And because the potential for some person to decide that I'm not autistic, because what? Well, I know I am. I could be more autistic. I probably could be a little bit more autistic, and I'll give it a try. So yeah, it's up to an individual, and don't let anyone tell you that a self-identification or a self-diagnosis isn't valid. It fucking is, and that my kid's pediatrician told me to go and see someone. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Like it's an amazing thing. I think we're like so many people in our little corner with Oblivious Benson and Auntie Deb and Adam and my channel and you know, in our discords, we're all drawn to each other because, you know, like people find people. The tribe finds each other. We all relate. You know, the people you don't relate to because their brains are fucking different. Obviously, not every autistic person is going to get along with every other autistic person. It's like, you know, that's stupid to think that. But at the same time, we're all kind of drawn to each other, yeah, because it resonates. We resonate with each other. We identify with each other, yeah. Yes, I was researching, ask if my son was an Aspie, and the list of things I would identify him mostly described me and his dad. Yes. Prince Lever, you came in late. I did have a little bit of a rant about the terminology of Asperger's. It's kind of an outdated term these days. It's no longer in the DSM-5, but I get it. It sort of tends to previously, me included, properly describe certain types of autistic people, but it's not. It's got links to the Nazis, and it's not. Anyway, autistic is cool. Just being autistic. Autistic. I love it. Not ASD, not Asperger's, just autistic. But I totally get it. No shame. I'm not trying to be a dick. Although I sometimes am a mad dick. Oh, I was. How old are you, AJ? Oh, how old are you, AJ? I have ADHD at 54 after graduating law school and having no idea. Yeah, Prince Lover, you probably had strategies. Yeah, you just you mind over mattered yourself and put strategies in place from an early age to get shit done. Right? Same. We could get shit done that we want to get done. We have a great group of weirdos. We are a great group of weirdos. That's right, Adam. Wouldn't change my little group of weirdos for anything. Some doctors are great, some are garbage. Exactly, like in anything. Some police officers, some YouTube streamers, some humans are garbage. Yeah. Understanding that I wasn't dumb or lazy or whatever, but I wasn't dumb, but I was ADHD and dyslexic was helpful, right? It's yeah, Asperger's. What is it now? Then it's autistic, not ASD, just autistic. It's not in the DSM-5 anymore. It's not a diagnosis. But some mental health professionals or medical professionals still will use that term because they haven't kept up with their competency or whatever. It used to have such a stigma on it, but it was just because people didn't understand it. Like I've got my I used to have an offsider for almost a year who was autistic and same, and I would say to him, like so and so, I think so and so is probably autistic, and he goes, yeah, but it's not bad though. I'm like, I know, it's a cool thing. I love autistic people more than other people. Give me an autistic person any day of the fucking week. Give me 12 of them, 25 of them over one boring ass neurotypical who doesn't get me. I'm gonna die. I'm getting all impassioned and I got a frog in my throat. Yes, Taryn, we are all shaped with autism. 38, yeah. So what, junior high? So 20 years ago? Oh, excuse me, sorry. Vapes and talking. Getting all excited. Yes. You know what? I just for eye contact, Prince Lover. Maybe when the stream is done, love you to go back and watch the start as well. Eye contact for me, I literally cannot when I'm talking. I look all around the place. You probably have noticed me while I'm talking here. When the other person's talking, I can look them directly in the eye. It's too much going on for me when what's going on in my brain to make eye contact with the person when I'm talking. And once they're talking, I can do it again. So, but I think, I mean, helping people have strategies to better fit in society, because people think many neurotypicals see lack of eye contact as being a shifty person, being weird, maybe that they're lying. Fuck off. It's just that my brain can't do it. So, yeah, passing easily. Yes. People are magical beings, just like unicorns. How could you put us in a boxes to be normal? People on the spectrum see things differently, that's all, and learn differently. Yes, our brains are actually different. I have to go into this actually. Wait. We'll finish this. I've got one more thing I want to show you, and then we might dip out. It's getting late for you guys, and I really appreciate you being here with my ramblings. Social interactions are exhausting. I put a lot of effort into monitoring and following social conventions. Yes, strongly agree for the first part. Second part, not so much now, but that's just me. I feel I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. Again, in the past, yes. Now, suck my dick. I am me. That's on you. Strongly agree. Oh, no, wait. Wait. I'm going to have to go agree there. Oh, wait, actually, it's changed a lot. Obviously, the unsure one is what I'm looking for, because I don't know. I've changed a lot in my old age. I often zoom in on or focus intently on details and sometimes miss the big picture. Personally, no. But I can see how that might happen. I'm going to say disagree. But I've trained myself to make sure I can see the big picture. I think it's an empath thing. I am often unsure about which behaviors others expect from me and are considered appropriate for a given social situation. So I don't know. I feel like, no, not for me. But I think it's learned. I've learned, yeah. Privately or not, I engage in repetitive behaviors. Yeah. That help me calm down and or self-regulate. Strongly agree. Yeah. I have often been told that I am rude or impolite, a comment that always catches me by surprise. So I'm going to put agree there. For me, my bluntness is often what gets me into trouble. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying it. Folks like sugar-coated shit, and I'm not big sugar-coated anything. But also, I can mask and I can be an absolute delight and be the delight of the whole thing, and mostly manage to say the right things. That's masking. It's just learned behavior. Yeah, I remember I used to say before I knew I was autistic that I didn't want anybody to look into my eyes because they could see into my soul, and they would see deep into my soul and see that I didn't have one, which is a sad thing because I am very soulful, but I was made to feel like I was lacking in something, and if it was nothing else, surely it was soul. Yes, AJ, much of my depression and anxiety was based on my self-perception. Absolutely. If you look at people's ears, it looks like you're looking at their eyes too. Yeah. Oh, Lisa. Yes, it's Lisa. Poor Lisa. What's this? Taryn. I usually hate going to events because it was expected and I was always uncomfortable. Now I put myself first and fuck what other people think. You know what, Taryn? What I used to do was say, yeah, sure, because it was expected of me. And I'd be like, I kind of almost maybe be looking forward to it. And then at the last minute, I'd be like, oh, I can't. And I would like just no show to whatever it was, unless I absolutely had to go. And then it dawned on me it was before I knew I was autistic, but it was when I was working in the brothel, actually. But I realized that I wasn't going to go to whatever it was. And I really appreciated being invited, but I wasn't going to go. So I'd say that. I'd say to the person that was saying, hey, you should come along to this. I'd be like, thank you. I really would love to. However, I also don't want to at all. And I appreciate you asking me, but I'm going to say now that I'm not going to come, but it's nothing to do with you. Just set your boundaries, yeah? Set your boundaries. AJ, Ernie, it's nice to relate so hard to a group and see the unique nature of us individually all at the same time, isn't it? What a beautiful community. This is why I wanted to do this. I love you, Lisa. I love you, Ernie. Once a chick asked me if anyone ever told me that I was abrasive. Yeah. People, they're neurotypical right there, yeah? Fuck off, bitch. I'm not abrasive. I'm just me. Maybe you're too sensitive, you little man. What, you just want me to say things what you want to hear? I'm not going to ever say what you want to hear. I'm going to say what I got to say. Suck it. Yikes. Abrasive. Oh, maybe we are a little bit. You know what? I love our abrasive asses. I think it's amazing. Happy. Yes, people said I was like head and shoulders because I always flaked out. Oof, hard. Well, fuck them. Preach. Yes, I will preach. I'll be preaching. I thought she was abrasive for saying that to me, right? Suck it. No way. Oh, AJ, you're so sweet. I love you guys all so much. I love the idea of going somewhere, but then want to leave ASAP. I don't even love the idea of going. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I know how it's going to make me feel. I'm going to be like, oh, guys, y'all, that standout I did, like I know you couldn't tell, the whole time. Just even being out in public with a sign, with two other people, with an Australian flag, with a Free Karen Reid t-shirt, with a fucking phone, live streaming, like kill me now. That was so hard, so far out of my comfort zone, nothing I would ever do, but I chose to do it. And I thought, my discomfort is nothing compared to what Karen Reid is feeling and has felt and had to live through. But oh my God, I might get pushing myself, hard masking. That's why I like it here, Ernie. Adam, great live, great chat. You are all amazing, and I can say that you are all truly valued and appreciated. Ahoy! Thank you, Adam. Right back at you, you little weirdo. You big tall weirdo. Love it. Maybe all those influencers who go in like hold a hammer to take a picture really deep down want to be there but can't, and that's why they live on the internet. It's me. I'm those influencers. Yeah, Laurie, I'm fine with hamming this up here. I'm in my fucking house with my dogs and my cheese, and I can take off my bra as soon as I shut the stream down and put my trackies on and tuck my shirt in, take my makeup off. Whatever. People? If there was 1 million people here right now, I would be fine. Literally, if there was a million people watching this stream, I would be fine. I used to be a bodybuilder. I'm fine. It's the one-on-one human stuff which makes me want to sink into the ground. Like literally, I would rather stick forks in both my eyes and twist them than to do anything. Yes, it's called masking. Thank you, Prince Lover. But I was just masking a lifetime, 50 years of getting it done and being a fucking delight. I can be a fucking delight whenever, but it takes its toll, right? Yes, Curious Wendy. That's why we're doing this. Amazing. All of it for me. It's so nice to hear other people have the same experience. I really fit in real life. It's driving me nuts. D's nuts. I think I could go to a standout party of one for maybe an hour. 45 minutes, mate. That was it. I'm like, okay, we're packing this shit up. Let's shut this shit down. I'm going. Thanks for coming. Bye, 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 bye. Get me home. Ugh. Agony. Yeah, YouTube's cool. We're all in our communities doing our thing. An hour is pushing it for me. Yes. All right, let's finish this test. I think we all know we're autistic. Deal. Tick. But I'll put this link in the. This one's already in the description box. The female one as well. There's a PDF. There's a longer one. I didn't. I winged it way too hard, and I winged it right off the edge of the cliff without proper wings. So, I've often been told that I'm clumsy or uncoordinated. Oh my god, the number of times I fall over. I've fallen over I fell over 2 days ago. Bruised the fucking shit out of my hand. Buster tripped me over. Banged my head in the shower. Run into doorways all the time. Strongly agree. Yes. People often tell me that I give too much detail. Strongly agree. Love details. Tell me all the details and more, and then let me ask you questions about what you didn't put the detail in there. Details. Yes. It's often tricky for me to work out what someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at their facial expressions. No, for me, but that's because I am an extreme intuitive empath and I read it all as a survival and an attempt to decipher humans. I'm fascinated by humans, by psychology, by behavior, by everything. It's one of my special interests. My sensory reactions seem extreme. I react strongly or not at all to sound, texture, smell, temperature, foods, and other forms of sensory input. Tick. I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. Tick. I find changes into my routine, no matter how small, like taking a different route to school or work, stressful and frustrating, even distressing. Agree. I once moved home to a suburb, a couple of suburbs away, and still went to the same supermarket that I went to before because it was the exact. What about when they changed the layout in your supermarket? They move things. Like, what the fuck is this? We should all run off good feral hair and run wild and free. My hair will be feral in about 4 minutes. I have the greasiest hair. It's rank. We will catch at Miss Shorty. Okay, cool. Get out, get out, get out. I cuss myself for dropping things, man. For a while there, I was so brutal on myself. And my self-loathing, verbalizing it. People literally thought I had Tourette's. When I was an escort, and there'd be maybe like another girl in the apartment that I booked, and maybe my best friend, who wasn't, but whatever, there, and I'd be getting ready, and I'd be pushed time blindness, and I'd be trying to get ready, and I'd be freaking the fuck out because the pressure of getting ready and being rushed, and oh my god, and I would start to just like, you fucking stupid, just like people genuinely thought I had Tourette's. It was just me being so hating on myself so hard and loathing me. And why am I like this? Hey, Bussy, it's a Buster. Big boy Buster, baby. Puppy, I love you. Don't lick me. Details are our love language. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So it's getting late, y'all. 2 hours. Wow, how do we do this? Guys. 2 more minutes. Puppy, don't lick me. I love you. Don't lick me. Offending someone. Nah, suck it. You know what? That's on them. When you get offended, people loathe, not love. Okay. I refuse to be a victim anymore. A lot of my trauma came from being a victim. I am resilient, and it's crazy that I can now say that because I used to self-loathe. I know what you mean. Yeah, same. I hated myself. And now I mostly always love myself. Like in a good way. Okay. They got to go potty. Yeah, no, they're just idiots. Time blindness. Yeah, we'll cover time blindness. It's fucking real. Yeah, the struggle is real. Hey, Roll, I'll put that extra little checklist in the thing. Maybe you want to ask if you know someone in your life that maybe doesn't really realize that maybe they're neurodivergent, share it along. Maybe just for yourself to validate anything. How did you get there? How did I get there? I don't know. Not ready to go anywhere. Wait, I lose my shit. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Prince Lover. I appreciate all of you. I love you all. I love all your faces. That's it for me now for today till next weekend. So another great weekend of Camp Shorty. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ernie. I appreciate my 2 always moderators. I appreciate my other moderators also, but it's really lovely to have two really committed, dedicated friends and moderators who manage to be here with us for me, and that means the world to me. Thank you for my friends, my lovely shorties. Thanks for coming. Let's go. It's bloody late for you guys, and it's late for me, guys. And Poppy, actually autistic, right? Let's do it. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, Poppy, yikes! I'm coming. Jesus Christ. Love your faces. Mwah.